have Mike up here. There he is.
Right. Can I get a quick show of hands from the number of people who know exactly what a lieutenant governor does? Okay, well, that was about, by my quick back of the envelope, that was about 10% of the room. I just want you to keep that in your mind as you think about those of us running for lieutenant governor and what we're talking about here. I want to tell you a quick story very quickly. A lot of people, I'm from Northern Virginia. I'm the only candidate from here. I did grow up here and I do live here now. I know a lot of you from doing Democratic Party stuff for almost 15 years now across every corner of the state. In getting to know people, they ask me about me, and I want to let them know about people who are influential in my life. And my two paternal grandparents were very influential to me. Their names were Herb and Esther, and they were early labor organizers in the very early part of the century in New York City. My grandmother, when she was 19, organized the union of seamstresses on her factory floor, and she was maybe 100 pounds soaking wet, and she was tough as nails. And my grandfather got kicked out of the City College of New York for protesting the Spanish fascists who were going to come in the 1920s. And he later was a Jeep mechanic in World War II. Those are the values that I grew up with, of getting into battles for justice and fairness and putting some skin in the game yourself. And that's been my history in Virginia. In 2004, I got to know some of you when I was the election protection director for the Democratic, for the coordinated campaign, when we were trying to prevent a repeat of Florida from happening in Virginia and make the election system be just and fair. I was at the University of Virginia Law School. There was an incident of racial violence against a mixed-race woman who was running for president of the student body, and I created a group called the Committee for Progress on Race that later started. This was a leading law school in the South, and there had never been any institution there to deal with race. And we started a center called the Center for Study of Race and Law, and now the University of Virginia does deal with race. After the election protection program, I started a group called the New Electoral Reform Alliance. Never even had a headquarters, but we worked with a number of members in the legislature, and we fought for reform, and we got reform done. This is an example of the approach that we need with this lieutenant governor office. I think, to be very polite, it is a nothing burger of an office too often. It is just a placeholder, a stepping stone. I'm running for lieutenant governor because I actually want to be lieutenant governor. I think that there's a lot that we can get done. There are resourceful, creative ways that we can use this leverage. We can use a very powerful, it's one of the 3 constitutional offices that progressives have in this state to fight for our causes. And we can fight, I want to fight to take on the systems that I think are failing ordinary Virginians. They're economic systems, environmental systems. We are not leading the country, and with our natural resources, our mental capital, we should. On military issues, I've done a lot. I was a member of then Senator Obama's Veterans Policy Development Team. I was John Edwards' Foreign Policy Advisor. I was Deputy Counselor to Governor Warner, which is how some of you all might know me. And I want to work on veterans and military family issues. And finally, I want to fight to make our democracy more just and fair and work to strengthen the democracy we have in this great state of Virginia. I'm going to look forward to meeting all of you as this goes forward. They're great candidates here, so I will finish and look to talk to you afterwards. So thanks for your support.
Thank you.